Hello guys, welcome back to Civil Engineers YouTube channel. 10 big mistakes in slab construction. If you are studying, if you are working on construction sites, so you should know about the 10 big mistakes. What are the 10 big mistakes? In many construction sites, I saw many contractors, they are repeating these mistakes on which I am guiding you in this short video. So let's get started guys. If you are new on this Civil Engineers YouTube channel, so please subscribe this channel with press bell icon to get notification for new update civil engineering videos. Or if this video is helpful for you, so you may like this video. Let's get started guys. The first mistake is using M15 grade of concrete in slab construction. As you know, M15 grade of concrete ratio is 1:2:4. 1 part cement, 2 parts sand, 4 parts crush or aggregate. So don't use M15 grade of concrete in slab construction, but used here M20 grade concrete. This is very important, which ratio is 1:1.5:3. So this is the ratio for M20. So don't use M15 because slab is also one of the important part of the commercial or residential building. So used M20 grade of concrete. Next guys, using 10 millimeter die of steel rods in 2-story or more than 2-story building. So don't use 10 millimeter die of steel rod. Used minimum 12 millimeter die of steel rod. Use 12 millimeter. That's why, because 10 millimeter rod it can't support the structure load. That's why, because when the load comes on the top of the slab, it distribute on the beam, and beam transfer to the column transfer to the foundation or footing. So therefore M used minimum 12 millimeter die of steel rod if you have 2-story or more than 2-story RCC slab. Okay, so therefore this is very important. Don't use 10 millimeter. Okay, but in many construction I saw many contractor to make easy for themselves, for low cost budget, they are using 10 millimeter. So this is not good. Next guys, using less than 15 millimeter concrete cover or not using. So concrete cover or concrete blocks are very important to provide in the construction of RCC slab. Minimum you can use what, 25 millimeter, okay, which is called 1 inch. So used 25 millimeter concrete cover or concrete blocks in the construction of RCC slab. Okay, also keep concrete cover right side, left side, okay, on each side, on 4 side. Also from the bottom, 1 inch concrete cover is very important. If they are not using, so this is one of the big mistake, because this is in 10 big mistake, the third one, which is using less than 15 millimeter concrete block or not using. So this is very dangerous. Next guys, 4, spacing of main bars and distribution bars more than 7 by 7 inches center to center. It means guys, let me guide you. So this is RCC slab. Inside this RCC slab we are providing distribution bars and also main bars. When you are providing main bars and distribution bars, so here the spacing of main bars and distribution bars should not be more than 7 inches center to center. Okay, so it should not be more than this. So from 5 to 7 inches between this you can use spacing between 2 column. Okay, if that is 12 millimeter die of steel rod or 10 millimeter, but I am telling you don't use 10 millimeter die of steel rod in the construction of RCC slab. Next guys, the 5th one is providing lapping length at the L/4 distance in slab. What is L/4 distance in slab? So let me guide you for this. Suppose guys, here this is RCC slab and this is the column. Okay, so here this is RCC slab. Inside this guys you can see this is also crank bar. So we are providing steel reinforcement here. Okay, as I told you before that this is support, which is column. This is also support, which is column. So here guys you can see what is L. So L, suppose L is 20 feet. So L by 4 means this is L by 4 distance and this is L by 4. L by 4, L by 4. So don't provide laping length at the distance of L by 4 on each side, also on this side if this is continuous, okay? Also from this side where we have extra, where we are providing extra steel rods or bent up bar, or you can say crank bar. So don't provide or providing laping length at the L by 4 distance in slab. So this is one of the big mistakes. So don't provide the laping at this place, because here we have negative bending moment also here, and here we have positive bending moment. So here we have negative bending moment, resist negative bending moment, we are providing extra steel rods. So let me make a negative bending moment like this, guys, as you can see here. Okay, so here we have positive bending moment, here we have negative bending moment. So don't provide laping length, okay? So provide extra steel rods or bent up bar. The sixth one is, guys, here, opening joints of the shuttering and placing rebars. As you know, we are providing the wood, or from ply we are creating the we are making construction of the formwork or shuttering. So between that ply we have joints. So before starting steel reinforcement or placing of rebars, close those joints with the help of plastering tape, okay? If you don't provide plastering tape, so it provide bleeding during construction of concrete, okay, or concrete pouring. So in that case, before starting placement of rebars, close the joints of shuttering, okay? So this is very important to know about this. Let me guide you for the seventh one, more than 40% of laping in slab reinforcement. If you are providing more than, so as you know, because sometimes we require the laping length, that's why, because the standard length of the steel rod is 60 feet and 40 feet, okay, 40 grade and 60 grade. So in that case the length is not sufficient. So to increase or extend the length of steel reinforcement in the construction of beam, column or slab, especially for residential building or commercial building, so don't use more than 40% of laping. If you have more than 40%, so it means that is not the proper or first class structural design, okay? So therefore it should be less than this. Next, if extra steel rods or crank bar not providing at the support L by 4, so this is one of the big mistake. As I told you before, in this page, guys, you can see the diagram. We have negative bending moment here, also we have here we have positive bending moment. To resist negative bending moment, we are providing crank bar. As I told you before, this is crank bar, okay? Crank bar or bent up bar. If you are not providing crank bar or bent up bar, so provide extra steel rods here. Here two bars you can provide here. In RCC slab, not so you can increase the spacing up to 8 inches, from 7 to 8 inches, but extra steel rods are very important. In beam we are providing 2 extra steel rods at the middle at the distance of L by 4. If you are not providing, so this is also one of the big mistakes, so be careful especially for this. Next, guys, we have here the other one, using of rusted steel rod in slab construction. Don't use rusted steel rods, otherwise it decreases the strength of steel, okay? From the when the steel is also exposed to the environment, especially if you don't provide the concrete cover from each side, so it is exposed to the environment. So from environmental effects, it can be rusted. So don't use rusted steel rods. Next one is, guys, the last one, okay? So free fall of concrete when we are making the construction of RCC slab, because we are making construction from concrete, that's why, because this is RCC, reinforced cement concrete. So in that case, sometimes the laborers are most of the people which are working during construction of RCC slab, so they are pouring the concrete from the height of more than 1 meter, okay? So don't place or don't pour the concrete from the height of 1 meter, more than this, okay? So in 1 meter it's okay, otherwise it makes segregation, it's make bleeding, etc. So this is also one of the big mistakes. So guys, these are some important technical terms, also basic 10 big mistakes which the people are doing nowadays. They are repeating, especially the contractors on the construction side. So you should know about these points which I've discussed in front of you. You should avoid these things, then you will be on the safe side. Hope this short video can help you. Thanks for watching. See you in next video. Goodbye.